Are you one of those people who feel like training your dog is taking forever? Or are you afraid that you're gonna spend the rest of your dog's life training? Is there possibly a way that you can speed up the training process? And is it safe? Today, I'm going to try and bring some light to this subject and hopefully give you an answer that hopefully you'll like.
Hey, Maya, buddy, I got a question for you. Did you know that humans' brains take up to 30 years to fully develop? Now, did you know that your brain, dogs' brains, take 2 years to fully develop? That means 2 full years of consistent training and proofing in order to create a reliable and well-trained dog. But just like humans, you can't rush life stages. The only people who can do that are people who can travel through time.
21 gigawatts!
Yeah, it's not a thing.
It can't be done, can it?
Is there a way to speed up the training process with your dog? Yes and no.
There are some things that you can do in your training to see progress more quickly and more frequently. All right, these are my 5 pieces of advice to train your dog fast. You're gonna wanna stick to the end because the most important ones are gonna be last. Rely heavily on high quality treats for longer than you want to. Don't be eager to wean your dog off of treats for a good while. You really need a solid foundation to be able to do that, and the way we create that solid foundation is with the treats. Just like you bring your phone everywhere you go, you need to be bringing your dog's treats wherever you take them. Wherever you go, do not forget the treats. Make sure to socialize your dog at their pace frequently. This is gonna ebb and flow. Some days are gonna be a lot easier than others. Some days your dog's gonna make more progress than other days. Some days your dog is gonna be more confident than other days. Avoid using aversive tools and methods. They don't actually teach dogs new behavior, but they do increase stress levels, which will make it harder for you to communicate with your dog, which inevitably will create mistakes and setbacks. This one's really important. A lot of people forget this one. Restrict their freedom. Okay, I need to elaborate on this. Dogs need to experience freedom. However, before they are reliable in their training, you need to set boundaries so that you're eliminating the opportunities that they have to make mistakes and to keep them safe. To do this, I suggest using a leash as much as possible, never taking your eye off of them unless they're in a controlled environment where they can't get into trouble. Make sure to restrict their freedom at least until you can trust them 99% of the time. The most important one, number 5, go slow. One of my personal favorite hobbies is running. There's a saying that I love in the running community that goes like this: run slow to run fast. Personally, I think the dog training community could really benefit from adopting this phrase. Hear me out. Train slow to train fast. If you go slow enough to avoid making mistakes in the beginning, you eliminate setbacks. You'll be making progress, unlike the people who rush things and now have to go back and fix the mistakes that they made in the beginning. Not to get philosophical, but do we ever actually stop learning? Because all animals are constantly taking in new information in order to keep up with their environment. That's not safe. Like that. We're constantly learning. Dogs are constantly learning. As people, we're constantly building on our knowledge and taking in new information, and dogs are too. Where am I going with this? Well, you should never stop working on your dog's skills. Essentially, dog training is like learning another language. We're teaching our dogs to understand us. And if you've ever learned another language, you've probably heard of this phrase: use it or lose it. When you get a dog, expect to be proofing their skills for the rest of their life. But you can make it fun. Training is like playing a lot of little fun games with your dog that benefit their safety and your state of mind. And remember, in order to communicate with your dog, you not only have to teach them our language, but you have to go out of your way to learn their language. So, in general, how long does it take to train your dog? Like I said before, you should have 2 years of consistent training. After that, it's just proofing. practicing your dog's skills so that they don't forget what you spent 2 years teaching them. If you like this video and you found it a little bit helpful, a little bit entertaining, then stick around because once a week I post a video on everything that I've learned in the past 8 years of working with dogs as a dog trainer and my knowledge on animal behavior, welfare, and dog training.